Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to leverage your unique strengths to make a digital impact in this digital world. And why are we talking about leveraging of strengths? Because as per Gallup's research, strengths leverage can improve the quality of life by 3 times, and it can improve the engagement on any job by 6 times. Yet, most people are not aware of their own unique talents and strengths. In fact, Peter Drucker, one of the leading management guru of his own time, said, most people think they know what they are good at. They are usually wrong, and yet they can only operate from their strengths. Yes. So there is a need for us to be more aware about our uniqueness and own it and be comfortable with that. In fact, Einstein said something very powerful. He said, everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Because we tend to compare ourselves with everyone, and that's why we start to think that we are not good enough, especially when it comes to making ourselves present on the digital and make an impact and share our stories. Do you think that way? Are you scared of getting onto the digital? And are you scared of being vulnerable on the digital medias? Let's look at it. How do you know your strengths? What are the various ways? Because it's very important for you to really figure out your uniqueness. And I'm going to share with you some of the best practices, very simple approaches that can help you give you a good understanding of who you are and what's your uniqueness. One of the simple ways is to ask people around you and ask them categorically, saying, what do you think I'm good at? What do you think I can contribute more? What do you think is my specialization? And people who know you well, you will be surprised. You may get some very, very powerful insights. You can even go for online scientific assessments. And one of my favorite assessments is Gallup Strengths Assessment, already taken by more than 22 million people world over, extremely accurate and gives you great insight and a very powerful report. You can even run a survey or on a Google form and share it across, asking people what do they think about you. Again, a set of 2, 3, 4 questions, and ask them and request them to respond to you in the areas where you want to learn more about yourself. You can even conduct a focus group online or a webinar, or even when you could meet them and ask them what specific questions serve them. You maybe run a small party. Focus group is a set of people who are focused on certain things. At that time, you will be the focus. So listen when they're sharing your strengths and what you stand uniquely, and make active notes, and you'll be surprised again. Another very powerful method is to observe yourself closely. Peter Drucker followed one simple practice for over 20 years, and he was surprised with what he learned. He thought he was extremely good technically because he was an engineer, but he used to make a note of the quality of his outcome after every activity that he would do. And over a period of long time, he realized that he's good at management thoughts, breaking down complex problems and coming up with solutions. And that's why he turned out to be one of the leading management gurus of his times. So how do you use your strengths in the digital age? Actually, like anything else, like any other skill or like the muscle that we develop, it comes by practice. The more and more you do, I have seen people who were very reluctant, who would be very nervous, who would appear unprepared. The more and more they continue to do that, now they're masters and they're teaching others. Have you seen such people? Same is true for going on and sharing your message on the digital. And define your purpose. It'll be good to start by having a clear purpose, which is, do you want to build more connections? Or do you want to have a followings of your own? A lot of people just love to have more followers, and there's nothing wrong in that. Do you want to market yourself and your services? Then you have a different approach. Or you want to grow in your career and be seen as an expert or a leader? Then you could follow certain approach. or you want to grow your business. In each of these, study, learn, and deploy your learnings on a consistent basis. Now, let me share with you something very key. Depending on your unique strengths, and here I'm sharing something that Gallup talks about. Gallup has divided everybody's strengths into 34 categories and 4 domains. And those 4 domains are really very simple domains of expertise or leadership. And they are called as influence, strategic thinking, execution, and relationship. So influential people like Gary Vee, they stand out by sharing their message to the wider audience, and they grow their energy from that. And people just love and gravitate towards them. That's their style. Are you like that? And some people are more of intellectuals, strategic thinkers. And let me give you an example on that of Susan Cain. She has written a book called as Quiet, and she believes that 2/3 of the working population is of introverts, and there is a way for them to express and for others to hear them out. And she is running a revolution called as Quiet Revolution. She is very active on the social media, but in her own quiet way. You can learn how she does it, and you can be subtle and humble if you like that, and if you are like that. There's nothing wrong in it. Execution. Here I would like to give example of Bill Gates. He's been a great at execution. He's built a huge empire, which is Microsoft, and now he focuses through his Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation on philanthropy and helping different causes, helping about education, removing poverty and health in the underdeveloped countries. And when he talks, a lot of people listen because he has a background of strong execution. Are you like that? Who've done things, been there, done that, and now you are sharing your message with clarity and purpose. And another fourth type is relationship. Some people love to build relationship. Here I would like to give example of superstar Amitabh Bachchan, who had been in the industry for a very, very long time, and he'd been a superstar. But he's also been an avid blogger. What I learned is that he has been blogging consistently without missing a day for many, many years. And he writes and connects with his audience powerfully and beautifully. People connect with him beyond his film engagement, which is completely different. Therefore, you need to discover your own unique voice. In fact, Stephen Covey said, find your voice and help others find their voice. Yes, in the digital media, if you can figure out what do you stand for, who you are, and what are your unique strengths, and continue to express from that space, it can be really valuable for your audience and very fulfilling for you. Hope you like these ideas. Do share if they resonate with you, and would love to hear from you. What do you think about leveraging your strengths in the digital world? We'd love to have you subscribe my YouTube channel so that I can share more videos with you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.